I would like to comment on Michael Moore's movie. I saw it twice last night, and I loved it. However, at the end, the movie had a lot in it, but at the end, it showed some soldiers with machine guns protecting the bank, and he said, "I cannot do anything alone. It's up to the American people." I would like to add a comment to, from my point of view, perhaps give a direction, what is right to do. There's a story I'd like to tell you. It's an Arab story. I'm not an Arab, but I did study Arabic in college, and there was a book called Al-Kitab al-Asasi, and this story is from that book, and it's about 3 cows living in a jungle. One of them is red, one of them is white, one of them is black. There's a lion that keeps attacking them, but their slogan was one for all and all for one. And whenever he attacked them, they all joined together and pointed their horns toward the lion, and the lion ran away in vain. So finally he comes up with a plan. He goes to the red one and the black one and says, "My color is like yours." But the white cow stands out, and from long distance, the hunters can find and spot where we are, and we are not safe. So let me eat him, and then we'll be safe. And that sounds logical, and somehow they forget about their friendship, and they let him eat the white cow. And after a while, he's hungry again. He goes to the red one, and he says, "Launi ala launaka," my color is like yours. But the black cow, he stands out from far distance, and so on and so on. So he lets him eat him too. So after a while, he comes to him and stands in front of him, and he says, "Surely I'm going to eat you now." And the first thing the red cow does, he looks to his right and to his left, and he finds that his friends are missing. And he remembers the friendship they had and the slogan they had. And he's speechless. At that point, what he tells the lion has become a proverb in Arabic language. And it goes like, in Arabic, لَقَدْ أُكِلْتُ يَوْمَ أُكِلَ ثَوْرَ الْأَبْيَض. You ate me when you ate the white cow. And the reason I told you this story is because I said the same story to the, I went to the screening of the movie Rachel by an Israeli filmmaker about Rachel Corrie, who went to Palestine to defend the Palestinians from their homes being demolished. There's a wall around the city, and they basically have blocked Palestinians by this wall, which is about 640 something kilometers long and 8 meters tall. The movie is about that. And Rachel was killed. So I had a discussion after we came out of the movie. I had a discussion with someone, and he said, why is it, what have we done to deserve all this situation with the economy, and we are all losing our homes? I told him the same story, and I said, the world is connected. We are all connected to one another. And if you look at others as someone else, the same thing can happen to you, and no one would hear your cries. So maybe 30 years ago that I came here, I would not have the courage to say these things in front of a camera. Maybe with the fear that someone would tell me, if you don't like it here, go back home. But I think right now I have an answer for that. and that is, with my talent, with my education and my abilities, I could have gone anywhere in the world and would have been as successful as I am right now. But I came to this country because of freedom of speech, and you are ruining it. If you would like to know what our country is doing around the world, why don't you go and ask the people that are from there? And the reason is, you might hear quite a different story, different answer from what you hear in the media. And the story that I want to tell you about that, to relate with that, is, Shel Silverstein's wonderful story, Lafcadio the Lion Who Shot Back. Lafcadio, when he comes to the city, he gets bored. And then they tell him, there's one thing you have never done in your life, and what's that? And he says, let's go to Africa lion hunting. And he takes up his rifle, he goes back to Africa, and he goes to Africa and starts shooting lions. And an old lion tells him, you look familiar. Haven't I seen you before? And Lafcadio says, no. And he says, then how come you're shooting at us? Because he says, because I am a hunter and you're a lion. He says, you're not a hunter. You're a lion, just like us. I can see your tail sticking out from the back of your jacket. And he says, and he remembers, he says, oh my God, I am a lion. And the hunters tell Lafcadio, the great, Lafcadio, stop talking to these lions and start shooting at them. And he says, I cannot shoot at them. And they tell him, well, you have to choose. If you're a lion, we're going to shoot you. And if you're a hunter, you have to shoot them. So I think our situation is similar here. Those homes that we see demolished, we used to live there. And the people that they're talking of bombing, we are from among those people. And that's how we feel. And we are at no fault to feel that way. This is what I wanted to add to Michael Moore's movie, that in order to have security and peace, we have to have justice around the world. And with whatever time we have, skill that we have, ability we have, we should fight for justice and promote justice around the world, so we will all be safe. Thank you very much.